new individuals and families entering our doors, not only seeking help, but receiving mercy, grace, and hope. Changed hearts and lives are the results of the many hands joining together with God in the work He is accomplishing for His glory through the ministry of mercy for time and eternity. We have with us this evening an individual who has dedicated 20 years of faithful service. She started by providing general office support and moved on to serving as a volunteer peer counselor. In fact, one day she came to me and she said, "Sherry, I'm ready." And I said, "Ready for what?" And she said, "Ready to start seeing clients." I said, "Okay, let's do it." She organized the client Christmas event and entered client data. She was at Mercy for 20 years, serving 3 days a week, open to close. Where do you find somebody like that? So Judy, would you please come forward?
It's been bittersweet leaving, but have come back actually again. I was in the other week and saw all the files and felt like I needed to come back for a little while to get that caught up and straightened out for me. It's been quite a pleasure for me to be able to be in there at Mercy, and I really felt that I received more blessing from everybody, including the staff and the ladies and the young women that came in. I received more from them than I feel I gave to them. So thank you all. Thank you.
Now there's one other person that we need to say thank you to, and that is her husband, Jim. So thank you. So make sure he gets one of those flowers. Just yesterday, not when I wrote this, but really, literally, just yesterday, we received a phone call from a 14-year-old. Scared and alone, she needed someone to talk with, someone to listen, someone to walk alongside of her. Like so many young girls, she will face this situation alone. A decision to carry to term really is only the beginning. Giving birth, again, it's just the beginning. Often the young woman and the young man, if he is there, will look at the volunteer and the expression on their face is, now what? Now what do I do? How do we navigate through this journey? Who's going to be there to help us? What do we do? How will we take care of a baby? And it seems also overwhelming. The parenting education that we provide at Mercy has expanded beyond the pregnancy, beyond giving birth, and beyond the first few months of infancy. Now we're talking about potty training, and believe me, the kids need it. It's mostly the moms who do, believe me. They need that little boost, The temper tantrums, do you remember those years? Either yours, or your kids, or your grandchildren. Preparing for preschool, what's that all about? And one important program that we offer is going it alone, the basics of budgeting. All of those things are included. Now you might wonder, how in the world is all of this possible? Well, we're going to show you. We have a little illustration here that we're going to do. So if you fall into one of these categories, I expect you to come up front here because we're going to have people participate. Mercy begins with M. And so we have management. If you are a person on the board, come up. If you are a staff person, please come up. Please come up. And if you are the spouse of a staff person or a board member, please stand, because you are that person that comes alongside and supports that individual. So please stand. If you are the spouse of one of these people standing up here, please stand. Mr. Leo, come on. Come on. Okay, I'm going to ask you to stay standing, okay? E is for the efforts and energy of volunteers that support the organization. They sort donations. They organize the client Christmas event. If I'm calling anybody here, please come forward, okay? They see clients, they service clients, they do general building maintenance and repairs. So if you fall into any of those categories, please come forward. Okay, I think for our R, we're going to have our R in front of the green thing here. But please come forward, stand over here with everybody else. And if you are a spouse to one of those people, please stand. Have all single people here. Okay. R is for raising the needs of Mercy in prayer and finances, including helping with events. And if you do any of those things, please stand up, come forward. And if you're a spouse, please stand up. And just a little plug, we have our DIY in the back there, so please make sure that you see Lisa before you leave, because they're really nice stuff that they do. And that's part of raising the ministry of Mercy. So we have C for church reps. And the church reps, yes, Kim? They help with informing the churches of our events, our fundraising events, our activities, our needs, our client needs, when we need diapers, when we need formula, when we need supplies. So we can't do what we do without our church reps informing our churches. Churches also have a place in supporting the ministry through their missions committees and budgets, and so that's all part of it. But if you are the spouse of any of these people, please stand, because you are that person that's supporting them as well. So, okay? And then the last letter of all, which is probably one of the most important. We can't do it without you all, okay? I was trying to come up with something that was why, and I thought, well, why not? Just you all, okay? So, Karen, you want to come up and hold the why? So, donors. If you're a donor, as an individual, as a business, please stand. Okay? Now, come on. I know we have more donors than, everybody's just sitting there. If you're a donor, just stand, take credit here, okay? But we can't do what we do without everyone here. It takes a lot of hands. Now tonight we aren't joining hands, but literally we really are joining hands. And so we want to thank everyone for their help and their dedication to support the ministry of mercy. Okay, so Brenda, you can collect the letters and everybody can sit down. So thank you. It does take many hands joining together with God to provide mercy in time of need, grace for today, and hope for the future. So we thank you. Now we take a look at the work that is going to be done and beginning, and some of it has already started, at a second location. And over the years, most of you who have known me, I have done this plug, and this plug, and this plug, and this plug. I'm like the little engine that doesn't give up. So, I said to somebody tonight, just don't tell me I can't do something. Because usually that Dutch personality inside of me just says, don't say you can't, because I will find a way. But it's not me. It isn't me. It is God that has provided for the 921 Center, and we look forward to what God is going to do there. Not just the building being restored, because I look at that building as very symbolic. It is a building that is, as you might want to ask your contractor, really in dire need of restoration and help. And you know what? On the outside, it really doesn't look too bad right now. But that's how our clients come to us. A lot of them really look really nice on the outside, but on the inside, there's a world of hurt. And so we want to see lives transformed as they enter that building, as they receive services there, because it's not just about learning to change a diaper and mixing formula correctly and getting up with the baby at night and all of those things, and learning about temper tantrums. It's beyond that. It is learning that there is a God who created us, who loves us, and who cares about us, when perhaps nobody else does. They have somebody there to walk alongside of them. So let's take a look at the 921 Center video.